It was emphasized at a recent education conference that the transformation of education system is to focus on the inclusion of learners from the disadvantaged, marginalized, and learners with special needs. However, the situation at Sitenda is contrary to this, as the 2 classrooms are not up to standard, they are old and about to fall down. Sitenda Junior Primary School has a total of 78 learners from vulnerable backgrounds. The school only caters for grade 1 and 2. Sitenda Junior Primary School Principal Theresia Kantema indicated that the condition of the school is not conducive, making it a great challenge for teaching.
In a structure like this one, how will you as a teacher do your work accordingly and as required by the system? Where will you place your teaching materials, as wherever you wish to place them, they will be blown away by the wind or they will be dusty. As a teacher, you will leave the classroom dirty and end up being sick. So how will the teaching process go forward in a positive manner? However, with our sorrows, we are trying all we can to fulfill the objectives, regulations, and ensure that the learning process happens as said by the ministry. We are sincerely pleading from the officials to consider this kind of state, because we have been crying and calling for assistance, but our pleas were in vain. The school is situated alongside the highway. We have electricity and water, but the condition of the school is really shameful. It is very shameful to the leaders of education to have a school that have existed for over 10 years in such a bad condition.
Mukoya Vernet, chairperson of the Student Union of Namibia in the Kavango East region, called on the Director of Education in the region and the Ministry of Education at large to consider improving schools in such remote areas and not make decisions while in their comfort zones.
This is actually very heart-touching, so to say. We have heard from the parents actually how much they have tried. They have actually tried to erect the whole fence by themselves. They have tried to make sure that the infrastructure or the structure is up to date in terms of its standing actually. I do not understand that 30 years of independence we still have in Namibia that have got such a classroom. And they speak less of Vision 2030. I think this structure is fighting the Vision 2030 objectives. It's informing the Vision 2030 objectives that it's not likely to happen or to be achieved. So as a student union, we are ready to engage the Ministry of Education or the government at large, so to say. I think this is the first message that they should get. When they are going to see this, they must understand that we are really in need of a proper education system, quality and equivalent education system. When we speak of bringing the government to the people, this is not bringing the government to the people. If children are walking miles away from where they are to come and reach here and find non-quality education infrastructures, I think there's nothing that we are really doing as a country. We as a student union feel that other parts of the country, other parts of the region, other parts of the nation is being left out. Really, if you go and look at other parts of the country, you will find that the primary school even have got corridors and so forth. But then we have got a school like this one. I don't know, when I looked at it in the first place, I thought maybe it's just some common church or something. But then for me to come and learn that it's a school, and we speak of fourth industrial revolution, where I don't even see a computer, not even a broken one, then we must begin to get worried as a nation. Where are we headed to? What do you expect these learners to be taught? What do you expect them to get actually from what they are being taught in such an environment? As a matter of fact, this is not conducive. They are definitely going to get diseases in such environments. They will be sick because of dust and so forth. If you look at this infrastructure, honestly, if there's strong wind, then we are risking our children. So we call upon the government to really turn an eye to such to such infrastructures, to such schools, to make sure that they are upgraded to the level of which we imagine Namibia to be. I want to call upon the leaders to stop deciding in their comfort zones. When you decide on your child being at a private school, you must come down and look at what is it really on the ground here. Yeah. Mostly, I would say none of the leaders that we have will send their kids to such a school.
The school has no administration block, no permanent structure, no computer for administration purposes, and lack of proper ablution facilities.